Hey guys, mtg noob here, waiting for another Avacyn Restored draft to fire off. We are waiting, and here we go. Let's do this. Sweet first pick, here it comes, Riders. Alright, damn. This is a pack. Let's see. We have a very good red card in Thunderous Wrath, also foily. Let's get this big and giant so you can be happy, Panda watchers. Then we have a Trusted Force Mage, who's very good. Then we have a Tandem Lookout, who's very, very fine, and Blood Artist. And then the rest of the stuff is, I'd say later picks. I think it's hard to kind of pass the Riders. I think it's a really good card. It kind of wins games on its own. It does kind of commit us to white, where I can possibly take a green card and cut off green completely from this pack. There's still a decent blue card here if I cut off with the Lookout. I think I'm just going to take the Riders, and we'll see how this draft turns out. Okay. Well, we don't get any other really solid white cards. I mean, we have this guy. He's an okay guy. We have Gloom Widow at green, and we have Burn at the Stake. Triple red. I'm not too fond on not taking red and a white as a color combination. I mean, I think it's okay. It's one of the faster decks in the format, so I said I'm not too fond of it, but in my brain I think I really meant I am fond of it, and my mouth said something completely different. I don't really like anything else in the pack outside of maybe just continuing down the white path, but I don't feel like this is strong enough. I think if we're going to take something, we could take the Heirs, we could take Burn at the Stake, we could take a Gloom Widow. I did draft green-white last time. I'm going to take the Burn at the Stake and see if we could just ride out red and white. Okay, so no white cards, so I have a strong feeling white is getting cut off, but we do have some good green cards. A pretty solid black card here. This is a really good black card. Black looks very open, and another strong red card. I'm going to take the Riot Ringleaders. Fervent Cathar is also good. They're actually very good together, but I like Riot Ringleaders a lot. Okay, I don't know if green's going to keep coming. Alright, now we have a pretty strong decision here. Do we take a Redeemer who's very good, sweet 6-drop, or do we take another Ringleader? The format is pretty fast, although Redeemer is kind of hard to deal with. I think I just take the Ringleader. We also have Heirs, which is nice, but I think another Ringleader is fine. Let me know what you would have done there. Okay. Hello. Hello, no cards for our deck. We're not 100% committed to white yet. If we were, we would take this. We're not 100% committed to green. You kind of can't ignore all this black. I'm just going to hack this Homicidal Seclusion and see where we go with it. I'm not trying to be going there, but you never know if we'll end up there. Okay, it seems like we're a little bit all over the place at the moment. The red card in this pack is not strong enough to take over something like a Wandering Wolf. We can also take a more Moonlight Geist. I don't really want to keep jumping all over the place. There's another Pathbreaker Worm. I don't know where we're going to end up, but like I said, I think it's probably better. This is the better card, but we already have the Riders, so I think it's possible we just take the Moonlight Geist there. And then we regret it after when we get past something pretty awesome next. We might consider splashing this, but it's pretty hard to splash a black card in a red-white deck. So currently, we are in the red-white 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop category. And we really just want to get some things like Current Strikers and awesome stuff like that. So we're 6 picks in. Here comes pick 7 of pack 1. And our deck has 2 Riot Ringleaders, a Burn at the Stake, a Riders, and a Moonlight Geist. Nothing too amazing. Okay, more green cards are coming. I guess we can take an Archangel if the game goes long. I don't really love it. Another black card appears. Am I missing something? I guess, is the Wandering Wolf the signal? I mean, at some point we got to kind of commit. So, do I take a 5/5 Archangel, or do I potentially play red-green? I think Nettleswine is potentially better than an Archangel, although we're ending up all over the place. Okay, if we want to stay white, we take a Cloud Shift. We can try to be aggressive with the Thatcher's Revolt plus double Ringleader. We're not 100% in white yet. This guy's good. This pack is, I apologize. I know it's all over the place, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm trying not to let it be. I know I want to take red cards, so I'm going to take the Thatcher's Revolt. I don't think that was the pick there. Okay, this is our pack, I believe. We have a Gang of Devils, which is not the greatest of 6 drops. When you tap 6, you want to be playing something good. I think at this point we're committed to red, so I might take the red card, although it's tempting with Homicidal Seclusion to take a black card. The red card is a red card. Alright, I don't know why this wheeled, but that's awesome. Hopefully the next one wheels as well, because there were 2 floating around town. We kind of are cemented in red at this point. I mean, the Thatcher's Revolt pick is kind of a little bit annoying, but you never know what will open up. I don't see any good red early drops, so keep that in mind. Just going to show all at this point. I'm going to pretend I can click. Okay, some more black cards. I think Driver is potentially better in red-black in case we do have to play red-black, even though we have nothing to make it awesome at the moment. We did have an Essence Harvest, I believe it's called, as another option. Okay, so now we have Rite of Ruin. I'm not too worried about getting blown out by that. I don't really want to play Grave Exchange, but I'll take the black card just in case. Alright, sideboard Demolish. In case they have like spears or anything like that. Rush of Blood. And Swamp. Okay, so where are we going with this draft? I honestly could not tell you at the moment. I think it really depends on what we open here. If we open something in red that's a bomb, black that's a bomb, or white that's a bomb, that'll probably pull us in a certain direction. Stolen Goods is not really where I want to be at. Okay, we could take a 3rd Riot Ringleaders. We could take an Exterminator. I think Exterminator's slightly... I mean, Riot Ringleader is really good, but Exterminator just kind of... If he gets in early enough, he can kind of steal the game away. There is a Righteous Blow, so we got to keep that in mind. But we'll pass on the Stolen Goods and the Riot Ringleaders. Okay, this pack really sucks, especially for us. Now, the question is, do I want to go white or black? And it's getting to the point where I really have to commit. If we go white, we get a Farbog Explorer. If we go black, we get a Butcher Ghoul. Neither one of these is very sexy. Having 2 Ringleaders kind of makes me want to go humans, because they'll not be very good with Butcher's Ghoul, although I think Butcher's Ghoul is potentially a little bit better. I think I'm going to try to stick... This is a pack. Oh, God. Alright, well, this is where you need to weigh in because there's a ton of white cards here, especially a Banishing Stroke. And then there's a Dreadslaver, who I think is really good. He's a pain in the ass to deal with. But there is a bunch of white cards, so maybe I need to keep that in mind. So it's Banishing Stroke, then probably Dreadslaver. Then I'm going to take the Stroke and try to force white. Seems like white is open, although it does seem like black is open as well. Okay. This is a pretty easy pick. We'll just take the Striker. The Striker wasn't in the pack. I might take the Heirs, Zealous Strike, or even the Aggravate, but we hope to pick up as many Strikers as we can. Keep shipping us Strikers, or ship us nothing in this pack. I guess we take a Scalding Devil. He's not that great. I could potentially hate something out here, like a Shield Mate or a Flowering Lumberknot, but I don't think we're in a position to really do that just quite yet. We do have Burn at the stake, so 2 drops are pretty decent. Okay, another one of these. That's not too sexy. Do I want to take a Crypt Keeper or a Cloud Shift? I don't really have anything to make a Cloud Shift good at the moment. But I think at this point we're going to commit to white since we didn't take the Dreadslaver before. And we could take a Trident. We could take a Sanctifier. Into the Void's very good. Probably shouldn't be here. We don't have anything. This might be okay on our Farbog Explorer. I think we'll take it over the Sanctifier. I mean, I'm aware that this is here. But I think a Trident is okay. Alright, we got 8 picks left, and then we got a fresh pack. And right now we are going to hide some stuff. Okay, so do we want a Driver? An Essence Harvest? Dual Casting? Vigilante? I think we probably just take the Thunderbolt, although the Vigilante with double Riot Ringleader is potentially okay. I think I still take the Thunderbolt. Okay, we'll hide green, and we'll hide swamp as well, which is a land. Alright, so this is how our deck's looking so far. I mean, we do have a nice curve. We are very low on the creatures for a deck like this that wants to really take advantage of Burn at the Stake. But our creatures are pretty good at the moment. Just want to pick up. We want the black to stop coming, and for ourselves to pick up good cards. This is a pretty good card. I mean, I feel it's a little slow at the 4-drop, but it's still decent. And it fills out our curve, so. Okay, Leap of Faith is kind of a crappy trick. Midnight Duelist. Meh. I think I'm just going to take him. Although this does kind of crap on our face a lot. You know what? I'm going to take the guy that's harder for us to deal with, actually. Could always side him in. Alright, this is a very late Inquisitor. I'll gladly snatch that up. I think that was the pack that had infinite white stuff. Okay, do I want Enchantment Hate or do I want Aggravate? Rhymes. I'll take the Aggravate just in case I want to try to ping some weenies later. Low toughness guys. I mean, it's going to be good against us. Shield, not for our type of deck. I guess we take the Leap of Faith. Probably won't be playing it. Take out Wit. It's our first blue card that we took. And we'll take this Giant Mountain. Giant Mountain, go! Okay, so right now we have 18 picks. Open something awesome. Captain of the Mist is not awesome. Who didn't get the memo? I mean, it's good. It's just not good in our deck. We can take the Cathar. I think the Vampire is just stronger than it, though. This card is really good. especially if you have things that die. I would have liked to take the Cathar there, but I think I gotta pass it. Ooh, ooh, this is a pick. Crap. Not like I'm like, oh my god, boner alert, Slayer Stronghold, but 2/2 Vigilance and Haste, 2/0 Vigilance Haste is very good. I think I just pick up another Vampire here. Our deck's getting more mid-rangey and less human-focused, which is not what we really want. This is a good pickup, though. So now we're just going to try to fill in the blanks, fill in the curve, try to get some early drops, maybe a Pillar of Flame somewhere along the way, with, like a Thunderous Wrath or something like that. We're still early enough in this pack where there might be some decent cards. Okay. I mean, I think our deck is okay. This is a pick as well. We have 14 creatures currently. Do we want the Lightning Prowess? I do like it. I don't like the second Thatcher's Revolt, but I think we just take the Moorland Inquisitor over it. We don't... Let's see. We do have this guy, but meh. I think we just take the Inquisitor. He is a human. He is a 2-drop. He does first strike. Him having a Trident on him, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so currently we need to get maybe one more 3-drop, and then our deck is probably complete. If we could somehow get past a bomb, like out of randomness, I would gladly take it at this point. I don't feel our deck is strong enough. I mean, I think we needed a few more strikers to replace crappier cards like Scalding Devil and maybe Thunderbolt. I guess it's okay. And Thatcher's Revolt is okay. Wow, this is a really good pack. I think Latch Seeker's probably the best card in the pack. We also have this, which I find is pretty good. I don't think we really have anything that we want to slap it on, except for maybe 2 of these guys. That's always nice. We have another Explorer and a Righteous Blow, but I think the pick is just the Lancer. Lancer's really good. Giving our stuff first strike is just pretty nutty. Okay, unfortunately, this pack really doesn't have much for us, so we're going to hate something out. I think the best card for us to hate out is probably the Drake, since we can't really block it, although it can't really block our ground game. But it does get work if they tend to stabilize. So let's hate out the Drake. Not really worry about anything else. I can take the Dangerous Wager, but yeah, I don't think it's that awesome. Okay, nothing really for us. This guy, I guess, is acceptable at a 5-drop for a creature. Can't really play anything else. Black still seems clearly open. I'm not going to play another Scalding Devil. Maybe if I play the 1, it's fine. Ooh, this guy's really late. Do I want another Thatcher's Revolt? If I had one more Riot Ringleaders, I'd consider it. I think I'm going to take the Twins here. They're really good and hard to deal with. Ooh, why did they both come back? I would have been happy with either one of them. Alright, it's the Cathar. I definitely like the Bladed Bracers, especially with the first strike, but I think it's just the Cathar. Alright, do I want to take the Trick or the guy that trades with us? I'll take the guy that trades. If I was playing green, I would probably consider the Homicidal Seclusion, but right now I don't think I can consider it at all. Okay, all of these things suck. Take a potential sideboard card, even though I'm not going to play the green. Okay, we do have enough guys. I haven't really played with this card, but I don't think it's great. I'll just snatch up a Renegade Demon. Just snatch up all these good green black cards. I think we don't want two scrappers. I think we take the guy that has the big butt and just blocks our guys and eats our little one drop, one toughness guys. Okay, we'll snatch that up, and a land we go. Planes, got it. Alright, so I feel we drafted a deck that is probably going to win if it's fast enough. If it gets mana issues or doesn't get there, it's going to be poopy. Alright, so I think we have a good curve. That's probably the best thing we have going for us is our curves. Alright, so we play some pretty decent white cards. Cloud Shift is not going to be anything stellar in our deck. Banishing Stroke is probably pretty good. Our black, not terrible. I'm not going to be lying to you when I say our black's not terrible, but I think our white is just a little bit better. Outside of really Homicidal Seclusion. Alright, Burn at the Stake. Aggravates potentially fine. Airs is fine. These vampires come in. Ringleader seems good. We want both Lancers. Okay, we want the Cathar. Striker. This jerk mode. That's 17 creatures. Possibly. This with Vampire is kind of like a must. He goes to 5/5. I kind of didn't consider that earlier on. Like, I knew of that, but it didn't really click, so I probably should have had another one of these, so I apologize for potentially messing up the draft there by having two awesomely giant vampires. Okay, so all this stuff. The reason the Trident's okay is because this guy first strikes, potentially, and we have two of these guys at first strike. Plus, this guy just says, alright, well, sometimes stuff's not going to be able to block you. Okay, and maybe Aggravate. It's Aggravate or Thunderbolt. Our deck's kind of aggressive enough where we might want that little last reach. I like 17 creatures. I like this guy even though I could see cutting him. I like our curve. Aggravate in our deck kind of is okay because if they swing in, then we fight back and swing in ourselves. We don't really have anything to really abuse this with. We have a few guys that get reset. Mainly it's going to be for us not getting blown out. So it's kind of, I think we're still at the point, do we play Aggravate, or do we play Thunderbolt, or do we play Cloud Shift? I think we're at that point. Let's see what Cloud Shift is good with. Probably just Riders. And maybe this guy. And protecting our guys. So it's really not that amazing. Thunderbolt gives us that extra 3 points of reach if we're bashing face and we can't really get in there. Cloud Shift also works with this guy. If you make one of your guys disappear and he comes back, he goes to become a 3/1 or 4/1, depending on if you played a guy. I guess we could keep Aggravate in the board. It's likely we'll play against a flyer unless we're playing against a black deck or a green deck. And I think we could probably just side in to Aggravate. Although, really does seem like we want the Aggravate. You know what? It's Aggravator Cloud Shift. I think I want the Thunderbolt in. So you let me know what you think you would play. Right now we have Exterminator, Striker, double Moreland Inquisitor, Cathar, Lancer, double, Riot Ringleader, double, Explorer, more Moonlight Guy, excuse me, double Vampire, Heirs, which I like, Riders, which I also like, Holy, Justicar, shout out, somebody taught me how to say it, the coach, Scrapper, which I like all my creatures, Banishing Stroke, obviously, Burn at the Stake, obviously, Finisher, this is good, it gets the human buff, plus it makes these guys pretty giant. This takes out flyers, this is some extra reach, especially on the Explorer. Maybe I don't really need the Trident. We don't really have a lot of evasive guys. Or guys that... We do have the first strike guys. Cloud Shift. I mean, the Trident... I really want to get this Aggravate in. Because I kind of feel it does what our deck wants to do. But it is a 5-mana spell. You know what? I'll keep the Aggravate in the board for now. Alright, let's add some lands. And then we will be off to round 1. They suggest 10-7 in favor of red. We only have one double red card, and no, we have a triple red card and double white card. Our double white card is very important, but I feel like I could trust them at this point. If I get color screwed, I get color screwed. The only thing I could do is 9-8, and I probably want to be casting this. So I'll go with 10-7. Alright, as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel because we got a lot of awesome stuff and content coming on, and I will bring you around one shortly.